Probably not the best idea to do this in a potential haunted house as well. Clearly these people didn't read Randy's rules.
You can never drink or do drugs.
I saw it bleed. It can be hurt. Maybe we can stop it.
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Back to another movie reaction. Today will be 2023's The Boogeyman. And for people that don't know and aren't aware, this is a adaptation to a short story from Stephen King. And I'm a pretty big Stephen King fan. I love most of his books. And it is interesting that we're getting new content from his books as well. We're not just getting remakes of already previous novels. I say this, however, but I do want different horror authors to get their shine in the spotlight. I don't know what it is with Hollywood and just adapting Stephen King and only Stephen King. Like, you don't even have to go to the obscure authors. You can even go to like the top 10 most popular authors and just adapt their other stuff, like Mary Shelley, Bram Stoker, Clive Barker. You know, they've got lots and lots of authors they can pick from. I don't know why the current trend is just Stephen King and nothing else. But that's pretty much it of my semi-rant, because I'm still interested to see this, because again, it's an adaptation to a short story that hasn't been done before. It's not like it's another It remake or The Dark Tower once again or something like that. It's generally something that hasn't been put in film yet. Anyway, we'll pretty much get right into it. So if you guys do enjoy this, make sure you like and sub, put the movie here, and we get right into it. Liking the visuals already, looking pretty good here.
Annie. Go back to sleep.
Sound designs are sounding pretty good.
It's okay. It's just me. It's your dad.
That doesn't look like your dad.
It's me.
It's also a good thing that this is the lesser story that I remember from Stephen King. I don't remember this book all too well. I'm more of like Dark Tower, Shining, Christine, Carrie. So it's good. I'm walking into it like it's a fresh mind, basically. Right, did a family member pass? I think that's what happened. Yeah, I think their mum passed. I don't remember how though. Yeah. And then some weird shit happens. I really love these movies, how they have the over-exaggerated children's room, like just paints and decos all over the place. Like they're almost marketing for children. If your house does not look like this, you weren't raised good.
I'm just scared that she's stringing me along.
What are you scared of?
That she doesn't love me.
And it's also stuff like this that makes Stephen King shine as an author. He liked to put a lot of heart and emotion in a lot of his stories. They weren't just cheap jump scares. He actually had very compelling stories and characters.
It can be scary to be alone. Where there is fear.
There's your task.
Carl Jung had it figured out.
Who is that creeping through the door?
I gotta get my kids to school. It's been a month. It's their first day back. They're a little anxious. Not that they should be standing right outside the door.
Damn kids.
None of my shit compares to what you're dealing with.
Well, we're not here to talk about me after you.
Right, I like how he's compassionate as well. Like, no one should have a volume level of who's experiencing worse.
Sadie, come on. We're gonna be late. Sadie.
What?
Looks nice on you.
So that was her mum's dress, I think. It's weird seeing this as well for school kids, because here in Australia we don't have like casual clothes that you can wear freely. You gotta wear a strict uniform they provide you.
Don't listen. No, don't listen. Please, put on your seatbelt, please.
Jeez.
Mom would know what to do.
You know this is a Stephen King movie when there's happy family here that has a bit of struggles. It's only gonna go downhill from here.
You okay?
Fine.
Have a great day.
I hate bullies. I can't stand this shit.
Hey, Sadie. I'm sorry about your mom.
Yeah, that doesn't help as well. She's kept like the last letter her mum gave out.
Still can't believe it, you know. I know.
Although you better get that rotten fruit out. Keep the bag. The bag's nice and sentimental, but get that rotten fruit out. That's just no.
Thanks for like actually talking to me. Everyone else is staring at me like I have some kind of disease.
You're sick? I like your dress. I'd wear it if I could pull it off.
Sure, get out of here.
It seems like it might make it harder to move on or whatever.
I don't want to move on.
Maybe you don't want to creep people out either.
come on.
What?
That's not.
I'm just trying to help.
Help by just leaving. This is what I hate about people like this, is like they have to interject their opinions into anything. It's just leave them alone. Like, you're not the star of your own show. You got like some main character syndrome and be the focus and center of attention. Just leave people alone. It's just that simple.
Wait, hold on.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
No.
No, what did you say?
I said, you're being a bitch.
What the hell?
What?
It's bullshit as well with these movies. Like, it's always the people full of trauma that gets bad shit happen to them with these horror creatures. Say that, but I think that bully's probably the first one dead. I would assume. Did you make sure you locked those doors? What the hell was that?
Dr. Harper? Can I help you? I need to talk to you.
Okay, so he does like in-house therapy in his own residence. That's interesting. Dangerous as well.
If I don't tell somebody, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Is that Polka Dot Man? And the guy in Dark Knight? I forgot his name. He's an underrated actor. He's everywhere, but not a lot of people recognize how good he is.
Come in. I got a free hour. Thank you, please.
Why is he looking suspiciously at that door? I don't know if I should trust him.
They all think I did it. Did what, exactly? Kill my kids.
So I assume the Boogeyman did it.
I saw the story about your wife in the paper, the car accident. And I know that you know what it's like to lose someone that you love just like that.
Car accident and suspicion for murder are a bit two different things.
And what happened to your children?
Well, my first one, our baby girl, she died from SIDS.
I'm so sorry.
Right, so he was the guy at the start of the film where that baby got murdered.
You have kids. So you can't imagine. 2 kids died within a year of the first, one right after the other.
From natural causes to
Nothing natural about it.
Right. It was more supernatural, I guess.
Before they died, my kids, I thought it was just their imaginations getting the better of them. And my oldest, he tried drawing it for me.
So they're gonna draw the monster that's going around killing kids, I guess. Are you sure this is not Pennywise?
What is this supposed to be?
It's the thing that comes for your kids when you're not paying attention.
He's gonna think you're just utterly insane.
I'm sorry. Do you mind if I step out? I just need to use the restroom.
He looked a bit startled there. I don't know if he's believing him or he just thinks he's crazy and he's gonna probably call authorities on this guy.
You believe me, don't you?
Of course I do.
Sure. That didn't sound too convincing.
I have a man in my office right now who's not well. I think he might be dangerous.
Obviously, yeah. So he's gonna call the authorities just for precautions. Smart idea. Probably could have done it a bit better though. Would have been better if he had like a panic button in the office that like auto calls cops. You know how businessmen have it. Or maybe that's fake, who knows. He's snooping around. He's not gonna like that you're calling the cops on him. But to be fair, he's not helping his case as well. If he wants people to believe his innocence, he's walking around the house like this. She's gonna wash away like the smell. Yeah, like the mum's scent or the mum's perfume is now ruined because of that rotten, disgusting food just all went on it. Another reason to hate bullies. Wait, she's in the house?
Dad?
Does the dad know that his daughter's in the house and basically skipped school? Yeah, that photo behind her is not haunting. Maybe this is like a semi-werewolf story. Maybe he turns into the Boogeyman or whatever that is. And maybe he's going to pass it on to this dad. Potentially, he's going to try and kill his kids. Okay, it's just paint. Alright. What? So he came and vandalized and just wrecked the picture? What is wrong with this guy? So he's able to disappear. Oh no, he's dead on the door.
Okay? Are you okay?
Your cheeky jump scares won't get me, movie.
Listen, please.
So I was right, he was at the door. The man's dead.
Kept talking about this shadow monster.
I wonder if it like passes on to him now, like some weird infection. Kind of like an evil dead spirit that gets passed on.
Do you think he killed him?
Guilt must have pushed him over the edge.
I mean, it's easy to just say the crazy guy killed his kids, but you're gonna need more than just that.
Are you sure it was a suicide?
Sweetheart, let me handle it.
It's alright. Let her talk. What do you mean?
Well, before she walked into the door, she heard like a fight or something. So he was definitely fighting with a demon, a creature of some sort.
I heard these noises, like a fight or something.
An adult man hanging himself in a closet is bound to cause a racket.
Yeah, but not like that. He was definitely like having a full fist fight with someone. Also, this is why you don't do like businesses in your house like this and have random people walk in. You don't know who's walking in and what baggage of problems they're bringing in with that.
Did you check under the bed?
Don't forget the closet, because that's where that guy died.
All clear.
What about the closet?
Don't forget this, the wall where the headboard is, so Freddy doesn't come and stretch spandex.
I will bet you that there's nothing in there. I'll give you $1 if there's nothing in there.
That seems a bit cocky. I wouldn't I wouldn't waste that $1.
$5.
Okay. $5.
That's money you shouldn't be wasting, man. There's definitely something in that closet.
Well, congratulations, you're $5 richer.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Good night.
How long does that bet last? Because there's definitely going to be something in there. And were kids actually generally scared of monsters like this? I don't really remember being terrified of this. Actually, as a 10-year-old, I was scared of The Strangers, the movie, but that's Home Invasion, and that's because I was 10 years old and I was an idiot and decided to watch that movie. What's the bet? Is it going to come out from under the bed or in the closet? I'm going to go on a hunch and say maybe the older one is going to experience shit. Looks like I'm right. There's some weird shit on the wall there.
You okay?
Well, I don't know, she did see a dead person. Or was that her room that had the guy that ran in, or was it just another part of the house?
Did you have to talk to a bunch of police and stuff?
No.
You never talk about it.
I wasn't at the accident.
Oh, okay, so he wasn't in the car when the mother got killed in the car crash. Okay.
I mean, I never even got to say goodbye.
Yeah, it's shit, especially being a kid so young like this as well, having a parent pass away. Especially like an unavoidable accident, like a car accident, you know. And it's usually the idiots that started the accident, they're the ones that survive. It's usually, you know, the people that were innocent had nothing to do with it. So I remember reading up that a lot of like drunk drivers survive due to the fact that they don't tense their body up, or people in general when it comes to car crashes. If you tense your body up and brace yourself, they're the people that usually get very severely injured or death, which is a very natural reaction to an accident happening like that. But apparently if you relax your joints and your muscles and kind of like flop, you don't feel the brace of the impact. And, you know, a lot of drunk people or drugged up people who are in accidents, they're not bracing for shit. So they're the ones usually surviving all this horrific stuff. Oh, it's a phone. Okay, I thought it was like TV turning. Oh no. Okay, finished drying. I've never seen a washing machine light up like that. And yeah, I don't know where that guy killed himself, what room it was. Was it this one, the younger daughter, or the elder one? I assume it's probably the eldest, because she had like some weird, like, it was like some weird bacteria growing on the wall. I think the young kid's gonna get the suffering first. What was that? It looked like a little dog. Nice shot there. I like the camera rotation. That was nice. So it looks like some like werewolf type beast, which is interesting because most of Stephen King's horror villains are supernatural to an extent. This might be like an actual creature beast type thing. Like Pennywise was a supernatural alien. The Shining are kind of like spirits. Carrie's kind of a haunted entity. So is Christine the car. So it will be interesting if this is actually like a more tangible myth creature.
And you can say it out loud yourself. Spirit, if you are here today, please bend the flame to the left.
No, don't be going doing this dumb shit. Don't go and watch YouTube tutorials and how to talk to dead relatives. Yeah, what can go wrong?
Hey, you having trouble sleeping?
Yeah, she got attacked.
There's something in my room.
Sorry, you were just having a nightmare.
Not this time. That guy passed on some creepy shit to your family.
Yeah, I found the culprit. Might be time for that little guy to come This is what Mom did whenever I had a tooth that wouldn't come out.
No, just take it out like a normal person with their hands. Come on. Throw the toaster down the stairs. Some shit.
1, 2.
Wait.
We don't have to do that.
Ooh. Okay, that was a nice effect.
I'm so sorry.
You said on 3.
I don't know what happened.
What, you didn't see the door just closed itself? So this doesn't look like the room where that guy died as well, so I'm just assuming that this spirit boogeyman thing is just lurking around the whole house and not in a specific spot. Because I'm assuming that he died in the mum's room, because it looked like that's where like painting and all this valuable stuff that the mum had was all in that one room. And it clearly wasn't a red room like this. Why do I hear like rumbling noise? What's going on? Is the dad experiencing shit? What is that noise? Someone throwing up? They kept a tooth on the floor? So it mimicked her singing to calm the younger sister down?
If you pay close enough attention, maybe you'll start sensing your mom too. What other things?
I don't know. It's hard to see.
Freaky monster that pulled you under the bed.
When there are scary things we don't understand, our minds try to fill in the blanks.
Yeah, well, you could go sleep in that house if you want.
We have a phobia or fear something. Sometimes the best thing to do is to face it.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. The monster's going to pop out and attack her now.
Until it's totally dark. So you can see that there's nothing to be afraid of.
Famous last words.
Just you, your sister, and me.
You're doing okay.
I mean, this is an interesting little test here, but I just feel it's just going to scare the kid even more. Why is she smiling like that? No, I think it's real. So it's not like a werewolf, it's some weird creature thing. It's interesting, I have no idea what it looks like. I'm also surprised that the eldest daughter isn't picking up on anything, because she said she heard weird shit when that guy died in that room. So hopefully she can put the dots together before it's too late, because I'm not a fan of when siblings are like oblivious to everything in horror movies.
You should have never looked at that in our house.
I wonder what's going to happen to the dad now, because it seemed like he got infected, the previous guy, to kill his kids, I guess. Or it was either the monster, the boogeyman, that killed the kids and kind of framed the dad. But either way, it looks like it's spreading onto this new family now. Okay, we've got the good old research scene in horror movie. It's no longer libraries, that's the days of the past now. I don't know how they can feel comfortable sleeping in their own rooms at this point now. I mean, too much weird shit has happened.
Trying to go to sleep.
Just trying not to die. Thanks.
It's all just in your head. It's not real.
Are we sure this is the daughter? Right. I don't think it's your sister. Right, so it can mimic people's voices. Right, so she's going to snoop around and find like the audio recording that the dad did at the start of that guy. It's good, at least the elder sister's doing a bit of investigating and she's not brushing it off like a lot of people do in horror movies. They're keeping the tension up a bit there, they're not showing the monster yet. I like how they're not showing it full, you know, just really quick glimpses of it. So is that the other guy's scrapbook? Right, where he was drawing the boogeyman. Why would the dad have just left that on the floor? So it's missing pages like Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon. Okay. It's always singing. Always these monsters, ghosts, apparitions have to sing.
What is this supposed to be? It's the thing that comes for your kids when you're not paying attention.
So she's trying to do like some stencil over his drawing. Why don't you just turn the lights on? Does this house not have lights?
You believe me, don't you? Of course I do.
So it's like a spider creature. It looks like Pennywise's like true form to the human eye, which is like a spider.
I'm sorry, Scott. I never believed you. I never believed you.
It's gonna talk to you. I'm your boyfriend now.
Well,
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
The sound design's really nice in this movie so far. I like the really high-pitched voices from the audio recorder. It's decent. It's just a faulty light bulb. Don't worry about it. Just change the light tomorrow. It's nothing.
Hey,
that
what's
was
that
a mean
for?
prank! How are you doing that with your voice?
What are you talking about? Oh, Sawyer, what?
Mean kick in the shin there. Yes, that's what she's been seeing. So now you both know there's something fishy going on.
Is it real?
I don't know. But I'm gonna find out.
Would be interesting if it's all in their heads, just because of the trauma of their parents, but I know that's not going to be the case, obviously.
Hey. What is it?
These kids are assholes for no reason. I don't understand. Not saying it's bad, like storytelling for the movie's sake, I'm just saying in general, kids are shit people.
Can you give me a ride?
Okay, so I assume this is the house that deranged guy lived in, and for some reason it's... Oh, actually, yeah, to be fair, it would be abandoned, wouldn't it?
Wait here.
You're not seriously going in. Sadie! Sadie!
Because if it was, how recent were the murders? Because this be closed off? Maybe I wasn't listening too much at the start, because I don't know how recent his kids died. Right, the doors are unlocked. Nice. No security, of course.
What?
Are you like buying drugs or something?
No, what? I'm not buying drugs.
Why are all these houses dark lit? Is this like some American deco standard where everything is just really dark, or is it just horror movie cinematics? Okay, so she put like her phone number, I guess, to talk to the guy's dead. Who's she talking to?
Hello?
Okay, so this guy's a photographer of sorts. He's got lighting here. Right, so that was the weird shit that was in your roof of your bedroom, right? It's like roots or vines. Looks like Jumanji. Maybe that's what this is. The damn kids didn't close the Jumanji game properly. Auto photography generator? What is that?
Is this some kind of a dare?
Who the hell are you?
Your husband Lester came to see my dad.
Okay, so the wife's still alive? What?
I just want to know what it is. You should pray to God you never find out.
Like Sarah Connor, but the Boogeyman version, I guess. Got like some defense squad here.
Goes after the hurt, the vulnerable. Follows you wherever you go.
Right, so because the family was kind of distraught from the mother it took its opportunity to leech on them. But it's very convenient that the dad happened to be a therapist and invite that guy in.
They called it the Boogeyman.
Roll credits.
Likes to play with its food, scare him to death. Shit, it can even talk like them.
Wait, so I don't remember the original Stephen King book. I've read it, but I don't really remember it well. This just sounds like they've taken Pennywise's idea for this movie. Because I don't did the Boogeyman do this as well in Stephen King's book? A fear-based monster that feeds on that. That's pretty much Pennywise. Have they got the wrong inspiration here?
It needs the dark to stay hidden.
Oh, well, that's convenient to him, considering every American household in this film has no lights. This person's house is still dark. That's real smart.
Don't turn around. Stay in the light. Stay complete still.
Okay, this lady's crazy.
Sadie, are you okay?
I'm fine. This is some crazy bitch.
Sadie.
No, she's crazy, but she's right. She's not incorrect. But why isn't she put some lights on in that house? Put some damn lights on, lady. That goes for everyone in this movie too.
What happened?
Leave me alone, Sawyer.
Sadie, did you see it?
There's no such thing as monsters. You need to grow up.
Sadie?
What is wrong with you? You just had that crazy lady give a lot of evidence to assume that there is something fishy going on in this town. That some weird Pennywise fusion creature is lurking around. Can't just brush that away.
Serious, Sawyer. I need to be alone.
Okay, some Freddy Krueger-esque nightmare here. Run and turn all the lights on quickly. So did that argument happen before or not? What's going on? Did that happen? Did that thing jump through the door? Because clearly the door looks intact. So was that a dream sequence? What's going on?
I told you it's real.
Yeah, thanks, lad. Lights. Turn them on.
What are you doing?
Right, what the hell are you doing snooping around?
How could you do this without even asking me?
Sometimes
You're
I
just
have to
gonna
make
get rid of all
decisions
her
that you
stuff?
might not
How I feel
understand.
doesn't count? You barely pay attention to anything I say. It's like you don't even give a shit about Mom
You
anymore.
don't know how I feel.
So tell me.
Right, so he's trying to take the stuff away as like a psychology of the stress will go with her items. I mean, you're the therapist though. I mean, surely there's a better way to do this instead of pissing off your family here.
Keep what you want.
What if I want to keep all of it?
Keep all of it. Just take it down to the basement for me.
Sure. Basement, okay. Are we sure Dad's not turning into a Jack Torrance? Be careful, Georgie's gonna be down here. I also think they didn't touch that much onto this part of the movie so far, the whole dread. I would have personally liked if they got a bit more of feeling of them actually losing their mum. I feel like it was quickly brushed in this movie.
And the flame to the left.
Don't do that. It's clearly not going to be your mum. It's going to be some hereditary shit.
I could really use your help right now.
Yeah, shouldn't have done that. Bad idea. Surely this attic has a better lighting system. If so, turn it on, and it's your fault that it's not on. Okay, so it looks like an apparition of someone there. Can't really see, it's too dim lit. Okay. So I wonder if this is like a hereditary type thing where they think it's the mum, but it's not. And it's kind of like toying with these people. I think that's what they're doing. Like I said before, it's kind of like a Pennywise type monster. Obviously, this is a Stephen King book as well, so they're going to have some similarities, but I don't really remember this character being very similar to Pennywise's motive.
I'm not leaving until you tell me what's going on. Come on, I'm your best friend.
Now you have all these new friends who are so much cooler.
That is not true. They're your friends too.
I don't think they are, but yeah, you kind of drifted away from your friendship here. They should have shown more of this though as well. Like, I feel this is really quickly rushed as well. I would have liked more, kind of like how it was based on the friend group. I would like to have seen a bit more of a relationship with these people. Right, so you're gonna tell her about what's going on or not?
So, this is a big night for your sister, okay? So you see any monsters, you come get me first. Let's give her the night off. That sound okay?
Nothing like showcasing that this person's a kid, showing them eat messy.
Do you have anything else to drink?
Like other kinds of soda?
No, like alcohol.
So the party stinks. Not because of the no drinking as well, I don't mean because of that, just shit friends can't make a good time, I guess. Oh, so it was a joint in there. Okay, so the mum was rolling up. It's probably not the best idea to do this in a potential haunted house as well. Clearly these people didn't read Randy's rules.
You can never drink or do drugs.
What was that? Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have smoked that old shit.
Oh God, I just... Alright? Are you sure?
Why would the boogeyman have done that? Is that payback for her younger sister? Or he's got some weird thing with teeth?
That's the closet where that crazy guy hung himself?
No, that was the closet in my mom's studio.
Did you show it to us?
No. Where's the dad? I mean, the dad promised to leave her alone for this party, but I don't know, control these idiots, please. So is the rest of the movie going to be like boogeyman chased group of kids? I hope it doesn't just turn into like hide and seek. Why? What a terrible bunch of friends. I mean, this is your own house and you're letting them do this to you. And especially after the way they treated you at the start of the movie at school, why would you invite them back to your house? I mean, I guess for the status of saying you hung out with the cool kids, but at this point, screw them. Who gives a shit? Get these people out of your house now. Get them out. You're out the door now. Kick them out. They don't deserve to be now.
No, she's just being dramatic.
Good. She deserves it.
You're a freak! Bethany is literally the only person in here who actually likes you.
Well, get out. Why did you come to a house then? Get out.
What's going on, guys?
Your daughter's psychotic!
He just heard this commotion now. He didn't hear anything beforehand.
I can't believe she's so... Are you okay?
You can't believe that someone stood up against you. You're a piece of shit. Just turn the light on. Why do you have to do all this extra shit? Like, she doesn't know that this is a movie for a cool light effect. Just walk over, turn the light on. Okay, we're actually going to see what this is now at this point. Because we've only seen real quick glimpses. It looks like some weird lizard spider creature. Who? Okay, so is she dead? No one in the house hears that too. Okay, I'm wrong, I take it back. They heard the commotion.
No, I saw it too.
What's the dad gonna say about this now? Oh, she just threw herself on the TV and dragged herself on the wall or something. Can't really close your eyes and brush off another excuse from this now. Yes, let's walk into the dark spot of the hospital where there's conveniently no lights for this monster to come again.
I found a way to get rid of it.
No.
I need your help.
So this is the Sarah Connor-esque person before that set up no lights in a house, even though lights kill the thing.
They brought Mom here after the car accident. This is all my fault. I didn't do enough to help her process it, so that she's having these manifestations.
Oh, Dad, stop.
I mean, do you still have that the lady hold, or did you hang up? I mean, at least get an adult to explain to the dad if he's not going to believe you. To be fair, they're in a dark room, so some shit's going to happen anyway. He's going to see it one way or another.
It's real. I saw something tonight.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
He's probably going to think you're delusional.
Were you high? I could smell weed on you. A monster in a closet.
She was, but she wasn't on like PCP or some shit.
Where are you going?
To deal with the problem, somebody has to.
So she's going to go run off to that other person's house. How are you going to get there? Like I said before, paranormal team up here with these two. So they're both going to go Sarah Connor on this boogeyman.
It show its strength. Whoa. Interesting. Spring-loaded firing pins.
Maybe tell her that before she entered the house that, yeah, I've put traps that would kill you.
You think you can kill it? You want me to find out?
What the? She set you up. She's using you as bait.
Sorry! I needed something to draw it out! You just gotta trust me!
I don't know about that. I think there was a more diplomatic way to say, hey, can I use you as bait? But no, I'm gonna forcefully zip tie this person to a wall. Wait, so what is the light restriction for this monster? So can he walk through light or not? Was this person conveniently made a trail? Oh, he can blow the light out with his breath, okay. Home Alone demonic version. If Kevin was a psychopath in Home Alone. That's too easy. That's not gonna work. Now you've taken all your light source out as well, so you're probably dead. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it is dead. What is it? It's like a humanoid creature. I don't know what it is.
I told you it could be killed.
It's the most cliche thing you can say, man. How do you want her to help you when you tied her up to a pillar? Still don't understand this lady's plan. It's like, yes, he's like allergic to light, but I'm gonna keep my house as dark as possible.
You need to get out of there before it comes back. Dad, you have to listen to me.
Okay.
So this monster only travels through houses. Does it go anywhere else? Like, how does it work? Because that guy died in your house, the boogeyman now can like travel to your house now. I haven't really explained much with that. It's that Freddy Krueger grab. Granted, it looked better than the grab in the first movie. I'll give it that. It's also very convenient that this person's house is like a foot distance away from yours, so it's not like you have to like go across country. Just a lot of conveniences in this movie, I can say.
Where's Dad?
I took him down there.
Right, conveniently in the basement where there's shit lighting.
We are not going to lose him too.
Where you going? Say they don't leave me here.
You should have brought one of those like massive LED lights that other woman had. That probably would have been a smarter idea to come here in this house with that.
I saw it bleed. It can be hurt. Maybe we can stop it.
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Okay, smart. I was just about to say, bring a light down when you go here. Like, this whole movie has set up that it's got weakness with lights. Well, the youngest sister there is the unintentionally smartest one by covering herself in Christmas decorations. Yeah, okay. Spoke too soon. It looks like lighter fluid or gasoline fell, so it's going to be a fire happening soon now. What is she spraying? Mace or something? Wait, if she sprayed like hairspray or something flammable, that's going to light on fire eventually, isn't it? When they ignite that gasoline that's poured on the floor. Oh, it's taken like the life force out of her. So it is very similar to the deadlights from Pennywise. Okay, the dad actually got up and done something. Alright. Quickly. Okay, nice. So she did do the hairspray thing. So it's like a flamethrower. Be careful though, because there's like gasoline spilt on the floor. You're gonna burn this house down. Throw the lighter, come on. I tell you what's the saddest thing, that they've burnt all the memories now of their mum, but it's probably the symbolism of, you know, moving on from it. You gotta move on from the past. It's just that it took a devil monster for them to realize that they had to move on from this. And the house burning down in the mix of it. Well, hopefully you got good insurance for that.
I never planned on doing any of this without Mom. And I know we can handle it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now you can. I mean, you just destroyed some ancient eldritch monster. Is it still alive and mimicking her?
Hello?
Of course. It's never over.
Can I help you with something?
You caught her, didn't you? So that was 2023's The Boogeyman. Overall, I think it's fine. You know, I think it's just bare bones fine. It's like a 5 out of 10 or something if I was to do ratings. I don't usually do ratings, but it's cookie cutter ground for horror movies, I would say. You know, nothing unique is in the movie. It's just a very plain, basic horror movie that I think anyone would expect walking in. And I mentioned the movie, I think, a couple times in this reaction, that I compared it to Hereditary, and I think it's a much more tame, easy, accessible version of Hereditary if you're not comfortable watching that deep into heavy, dark emotion. This is probably the more tame version of that, and that's up to the viewer and the individual whether you want that or not, or even like that or not. But if you're going to walk into this expecting, because it's Stephen King and his reputation of writing, and expect it to be a very, very unique horror movie, you're going to be a bit disappointed. And much like I mentioned at the start, where I just feel Stephen King adaptations are way too overdone at this point. I feel, especially this is a short story. I think this is like 7 to 12 pages, this book. So there's not much material to go on from just this one story. I would personally like, if they are going to do Stephen King material from the future, especially from his short stories, do something like Trick or Treat, where it's an anthology, where it's a bunch of short stories compiled into one event. I think that's the way to go forward, because because this movie does give the feel of, you know, the filler. You know, they had to drag a lot of stuff to adapt 7 to 12 pages. And I've always felt that Stephen King gives away his books like John Carpenter gives away his movies. It's like John Carpenter's been very vocal about anyone can adapt my movies if they pay me right. And I feel that's Stephen King's mindset too. It doesn't necessarily have to be faithful or as good. And not saying this movie's bad. It's a far from bad movie. But like I said, it's a movie that we've seen 1,000 times. And I think it comes to a point where I think horror audiences want more than this. You know, I definitely do, being a massive horror fan. I want more unique stuff. And at the same time, I want stuff that isn't just Stephen King adaptations. And yeah, just my final thoughts on the movie. I think the movie, cinematography-wise, was good. I like some of the shots, especially some of the camera work, where they were like, the young girl was checking under the bed and they'd done the kind of 360 tilt and all that. Like, all that was nice. I had a little bit of issues with the lighting, but that's just horror shit recently. Everything has to be dark because that equals scary. The acting was good. I believe the two main leads are in Star Wars stuff, if I believe. I think the youngest was Leia, I believe, in Obi-Wan. And I think the main lead, I think she was one of the biker gangs in Boba Fett. But yeah, I really, really liked their performance in this. I think all the performances were pretty good. It's just, I feel when comparing this to a movie like Hereditary, and the only reason I'm comparing it with that, because it's a very similar movie where a family is grieving due to a loss. I feel Hereditary done the emotional story better than this. And maybe if this movie was released prior to that movie, I would have maybe a different viewpoint with this. But I just feel it's, like I said, it's a much more tamer PG-13 version of that movie. And it's weird saying that about a Stephen King adaptation, considering his work is very dark and twisted. And yeah, overall, I think if you want to watch a very bare bones, safe horror movie that actually doesn't have a lot of jump scares, which is really good. I think we need to move away from jump scares because they've kind of ruined a lot of horror movies. And you do enjoy Stephen King's work and his loosely adapted movies, because I feel this is very, very loosely adapted to his work. I think you would overall enjoy this. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. If you guys did enjoy this, make sure you like and sub, and I'll see you in the next one.